Hold on to your berets, folks, because things are about to get messy. President Trump, never one to back down from a trade tussle, has threatened to slap a whopping 200% tariff on European alcohol. That's right. Everything from your fancy French wines to your top-shelf Irish whiskey could get hit with this tax attack. Why? Well, it seems like the EU ticked off the Donald by proposing a 50% tariff on American whiskey. Apparently, in the world of international trade, whiskey is a weapon of mass consumption and nobody messes with America's bourbon. This tariff tiff is just the latest volley in a full-blown trade war that's been simmering for a while now. Remember those tariffs Trump imposed on steel and aluminum imports? Well, the EU wasn't going to let that slide and retaliated with their own set of tariffs, targeting iconic American products like Harley-Davidson motorcycles and, of course, good old American whiskey. Now, before you start stockpiling your favorite European spirits, let's break down what these tariffs actually mean. Basically, it's like an extra tax on imported goods paid by the companies that bring them into the country. So, that fancy bottle of French wine you love, yeah, it's about to get a whole lot pricier if this tariff goes through. European alcohol producers are understandably freaking out. They're warning of dire consequences, using words like devastating to describe the potential impact on their businesses. And they're not alone. American businesses that rely on importing and selling European booze are also worried about lost sales, layoffs, and even having to close up shop. It seems like nobody wins in a trade war except maybe the guys selling those tiny bottles of liquor on the black market. But wait, there's more. This tariff tango isn't just about alcohol, it's part of Trump's grand economic vision. A vision where American manufacturing reigns supreme and jobs are plentiful. The idea is that by making foreign goods more expensive, Americans will buy more American-made products, thus boosting domestic industries. Sounds good in theory, right? Well, not so fast. Critics argue that these tariffs are nothing more than a tax hike on American consumers. They say that instead of boosting the economy, these tariffs will actually hurt American businesses and consumers alike. Think about it. If that bottle of French wine becomes prohibitively expensive, you're probably not going to buy it. And if nobody's buying, well, those American businesses that rely on selling that wine are going to suffer. And it's not just about wine. These tariffs could have a ripple effect throughout the entire economy, driving up prices on a wide range of goods and services. That means everything from your morning cup of coffee to your kids' new sneakers could get more expensive. So much for that great economy, huh? This whole trade war thing is a bit like a bar fight that started with a spilled drink and escalated into a full-blown brawl. Nobody really remembers how it started, but everyone's throwing punches and the whole bar is getting trashed in the process. The big question is, will anybody call for a timeout before things get really out of hand? Some folks are still holding out hope for a negotiated settlement, but with Trump's penchant for brinkmanship, it's hard to say how this will all end. One thing's for sure though, if this trade war keeps escalating, we're all going to feel the hangover.